Now come out and play. Show face, some way, just think. Show me how you thankful now, cause I showed you the light that you're good.
Good morning, guys. It's a travel day. We are all packed up with our stuff and we're going to Miami. Isn't that right, Boogie? Isn't that right? Hello, Boogie. Are you gonna miss me? Are you gonna miss me, little Boogie? Are you gonna miss me, little Boogie baby? Yay. Anyways, guys, we're going to Miami. We're gonna be there for like a day or two, and then we're off to London. We're off to see the wizard. Yeah, it's like 8:30 right now. We're gonna get picked up at 9. Should I bring electrolytes on the trip? I probably should. I definitely should. I'm gonna bring my electrolytes and my creatine. So I'm gonna take this shit in the morning, or take this shit right now. I want a different flavor though. All right. We're going kiwi lemonade electrolytes on them. I'm not gonna use these right now. I'm gonna use the ones that I already have open, and then I need to remember to pack my sleeping pills. Literally my freaking cortisol blocker, bro. I get so stressed out and whatever. Cortisol blocker, need to pack it. Santa Cruz Medicinals, raspberry mint. I thought this was going to be a lot better than it actually is, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, this flavor, obviously his electrolytes are great, but the flavor, in my opinion, is not the best. Creatine scoop. Ready, I'm doing 3 scoops of this, so like 15 grams of creatine, or I did like 2.5, so 12.5 grams of creatine. I'm going to put this in my duffel. I'm going to put these pills in my duffel. So yeah, today's going to be a fun day, guys. We're going to Miami, to the Patek store with some friends to try and start a profile with them. And then after that, I have this like AP house meeting thing with this one dude who I met. Actually, bro, remember the guy that when me and Tim were working at Hype, there was a kid and like his mom and his sister that were in the store for like a decent amount of time, and we were just chopping it up, and then whatever, at the end of it, I gave the kids some free Kill Tech, or I paid for it. And then his dad came in, and his dad was wearing an AP, and I was like, oh, nice watch. And then like we compared our watches. Whatever, long story short, I end up taking the dude's contact, and then he hits me up a couple days later and is like, oh, whatever, it was nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, you too. And then he invites me to this thing. I guess his company like is having a private meeting or private showing at AP House in Miami Beach, and he invited me to come, which is super sick. So I guess your network is your net worth. I don't know. I don't really believe in networking, but you do nice things to nice people, they're probably going to treat you nice too. So I bought his son some clothes, and now he's getting me connected at AP, which is pretty freaking sweet. So that's the game plan today. It's a whole bunch of watch stuff. So cheers. All right, guys, so we were just about to leave, but apparently the jet has to refuel before leaving, so we're gonna leave like 30 minutes later. So we were about to leave, but now we're just gonna stay at the crib for another like 30 minutes-ish. I'm probably just gonna doom scroll for like 30 minutes, and then we're gonna leave. Oh, what is this little sticker? But what should we talk to you guys about? What should we talk about? I don't know. Today, you guys are going to see Max Prestige LARPing. This is what I was talking to you guys about in the first vlog. This is going to be like max tier LARPage for sure. We're doing like the Miami LARP final boss route. We're taking a PJ to Miami. We're not splitting it amongst like 15 people like other people do. Unfortunately, we're not renting a supercar in Miami. That would have been funny. But we're going in like, you know, like when you see those slideshows of the Miami LARPers, and it's like just the lowest exposure picture of like an AP napkin or something, or maybe like a Patek like handkerchief, it's because they go to those stores, or actually I don't even know, but I'm pretty sure that they're just going to those stores, walking around bullshitting, and then like asking for a coffee and then leaving. I'm pretty sure I've seen a tutorial on TikTok of like how to LARP, like you just bought an AP, and the dude literally says word for word, bar for bar, like you just go in there, like waste the sales associate's time, ask for a coffee, and then leave, and then like take as many pictures as possible when you're in there, and lower the exposure, of course. So that's exactly what we're doing today, except I'm actually in the market to want to start my profile with these companies. So I already have a profile with Richard Mille. When we're in Paris, I'll go to their store out there because I've already gotten a watch from them, which is cool. I want to go again and see if they have another watch for me, which would be cool. I don't know. The lady last time, I was like, yo, I want this watch. And she was like, yeah, like you definitely can't get that for your first watch. And I was like, yeah, I know that, but like, what do I got to do? And then she pulled out these 2 watches and I was like, okay, word. And luckily I liked both of them. And then it was the one that's like iced out. It's obviously factory because I got it from the boutique, but it's the iced out one. And honestly, bro, that's not a bad watch like whatsoever for my first ever watch from the boutique. So I was not complaining about that. I got that. And then now I don't even know if they're going to have a watch for me when I go again this time, but I was kind of hinting at like, yo, I kind of want this. I still don't think that I'll get offered the one that I want when I go, because the one that I want is obviously like one of the nice ones that goes for over retail. I'm not trying to sell this shit, obviously, because I just want it, but they have to protect their brand and all of that they need to make sure you go through the right process before giving you the watches that are like going over retail, obviously. So you have to build your profile with them, show that you're interested in the brand, build a good relationship with your sales associate, all of that good stuff. So that's kind of the game that I'm playing now, because to be honest, bro, I beat like the resell game of watches, in my opinion, or I didn't like beat it, but like I think I'm at the point now where I'm spending so much money on these watches on the secondhand market, like for resale, that it would be stupid for me. I'm like 24 years old. It would be stupid of me to not start building my profile with all of these brands, because in like 10 years from now, I'm definitely going to still be wanting to get watches, and you know, like it would just be so dumb for me to continue spending a whole bunch of money on resale when I could just build my profile with the brands that I'm buying from anyways, and then get to the point where I can just get the actual watches that I want for retail. That's what we're trying to do. We started it with Richard Mille. Today is Project Patek and Project AP. Let's see if we can get it done. All right, guys. So the market opens in 20 minutes. So that'll probably be when we're like on the car ride over there. But I'll look for a trade. If a setup presents itself, I'll definitely take it, because I might as well if I'm like in a car ride. But to be honest, with the SpaceX IPO going down this week, it IPOs on Thursday and then it'll be tradable on Friday. And we have CPI news data tomorrow. I'm kind of assuming today's price action is going to suck. I'm not going to trade tomorrow because CPI. I might be down to trade on Thursday, just depending. It's all depending on if like my setup appears. And to be honest, the way that I'm trading now compared to what I was doing like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, a lot of my trading was like discretionary. It was just like, oh yeah, like we're filling a 4-hour gap and we're trending to the upside on the high time frame, and I see confluences on this, so I'll like pretty much, it gave me a whole bunch of reasons. Like I was justifying trades, or I could really find any reason to place a trade. And that wasn't, not that it wasn't super optimal, but it caused me to take a lot of trades that I probably shouldn't have. Granted, I was still trading really well, but the way that I trade now is a lot more on like the safer side. I've just gotten more efficient, essentially. Like, I'm only taking trades when my exact strategy, step by step, presents itself, and I'm using discretion along with that, where it's like, you know, obviously I'm not going to trade on CPI news data. And there's like sometimes after having so many years in the markets, sometimes you're just like, I don't want to take this right now for whatever reason, whether it's, oh yeah, the candle closure didn't look that good, or one of the indexes is like not near a draw on liquidity that you want. So even if my strategy presents itself, which prior to this, I wasn't like, again, 2-3 years ago, my strategy was kind of like, I didn't really have a set overall strategy. It was just like, my strategy was just kind of like, hey, I know all of these confluences, and if a couple of them line up, bet we're taking the trade. And that's kind of what I taught in the boot camp. So if you guys are still using the bootcamp as a reference, I would say watch my more recent YouTube videos, because obviously the bootcamp was like 3 years ago. So if you guys think that the bootcamp is like the holy grail, I mean, awesome. If you guys learned from the bootcamp and that helped you guys turn profitable, that's lit. But I'm a much better trader now. I'm like 3 years deeper into the game than I was back when I made the bootcamp. So obviously I'm going to be a better trader. I have 3 more years of experience under my belt. And now the way that I trade, it's like very, very strict. Like, I need all of these things to happen in a row, and I need to make sure that I feel good about the trade. I need to make sure that the draws and liquidity are there for me to be able to take this. So long story short, I'm taking less trades now than what I was doing in the past. And because of it, I've been able to it's just like increase my win rate, because obviously when you take less trades, you're exposing yourself less to the market. I think that's everybody's goal. And if it's not your goal, then I don't know what you're trading, but like every trader's goal isn't to trade more, it's to trade less and just size up on the high conviction trades. So that's kind of what been getting towards, where it's like, you know, have a high conviction trade setup, strategies in line, draws and liquidity are there for targets of for take profits, and then execute on it. It's increased my win rate. It's helped me avoid losing trades where, you know, had I just thrown a bunch of confluences on the chart and just said, yeah, this looks good, probably would have lost, you know? So I don't know what all that yap was for, but essentially go watch my freaking most recent strategy video. I just posted the shit like a week ago or this week. I don't know when you guys are going to be watching this video, but I just posted it. That's the current strategy that I'm using, and I do not stray away from that. Everybody always loves saying, oh, when I'm on the kick stream, everyone's like, oh, you didn't follow your strategy. You don't even know my freaking strategy, bro. You guys are watching like the boot camp from 3 years ago, and it's like, I can't even remember if I teach a strategy in the boot camp. I think I just say like, oh yeah, look for all of these confluences, and if all the bullish ones align, then take the freaking trade. Like, that's obviously it worked, but it's not nearly as good as saying, hey, I have like this clear defined strategy step by step that gives me X probability in the market, and I know that I'm going to be, and when I execute these trades, I know that I have probability on my side. Like, that's what I want in the market, and that's what this current strategy gives me. That's how I'm trading nowadays. So we'll see if the market gives us a setup. We've got 15 minutes until market open. Right now it's looking a little bit choppy, and it's looking kind of low volume, probably because CPI is tomorrow. So we will just wait and see. We will just have to wait and see. All right, boys, we just entered some shorts right here. Stops are above these highs. I'm looking to target these lows. Right now we're pushing up in some drawdown right now. We shall see what happens, and we just got to the freaking jet terminal. Quite possibly the worst time for me to be taking a trade right now. And I need to go to the bathroom really bad. So just all the stars aligning for us. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if we can win this trade. Ooh, I'm like clutching on 10 different things right now. Fuck. Let's see how this trade's doing. All right, we're around 7K in profit right now on the Trade Evade account. Looks like we're going to want to target some of these lows. I'm trying to do like a million things at once. We're checked into the jet terminal, but we just took out those lows. Let's see if we can target these. I need to manage this position right now, so bear with me. I'm trying to do a trillion things at once. Film this freaking vlog and also make 20K trading. So bear with me. This is going to be a buy limit. We're going to do 8 of this, and we're going to put it right here. Okay, so we placed our buy limit. I don't know if you guys can see this. We're about to hit it right now. Okay, so take profit 1 just got hit on this. That puts us up 15K on the day, and that's just on the Trade Evade account. I need to manage my position now on my trade locker account. Okay, so that puts me up 50K on the trade locker account. That's up 15K on the Trade Evade account. I'm going to move my stop loss to break even on Trade Evade really quick. So I just moved my stop loss to break even on this account. We're still floating $17,000 in profit on this. I low-key need to find other take profit points, so I'll just scroll over here to the left. To be honest, I'm going to do this off the vlog because I'm literally using both of my freaking hands right now and I can't see. But anyways, made 15K on Trade Evade, up $51,605, and we're floating $42,000 in profit. Stops are at break even on both of these. So on the week, that puts me up 71,000 plus the 10,000 on the Trade Evade account plus another 15,000 on the Trade Evade account. That puts us up at $95,000 this week. I'm going to find other take profit points so I can manage this trade because I'm using 2 hands right now to operate this thing. All right, so we are tanking towards my second take profit right now. Up a floating 26K on Trade Evade, and on this account, we are up a floating 72K. So hopefully this hits my second take profit so I can manage more of this position. And yeah, when it gets hit, I'll let you guys know, or maybe we can watch it get hit right now if it wants to take it out. But yeah, anyways, another winning day. That puts me up, yeah, like 95K on the week. And as long as more of these take profits get hit, it's probably looking at a 6-figure week so far. And honestly, if I win, I think because I won today's trades, I'm probably not going to trade the rest of this week. I'm definitely not going to trade tomorrow because it's CPI. I probably won't trade on Thursday, and I probably won't trade on Friday either, to be honest. And as I'm saying that, we are pushing down towards take profit 2. We're floating $30,000 in profit. Let's see if this shit wants to bang. Let's see if this shit wants to get hit. Okay, so that got hit. I'm going to go ahead and manage this position a bit. So now that puts me up 100K, and then that puts me up probably like a fat amount. Oh shit, we are still dumping. I'm up a floating 20K in profit on this right now. So freaking high stress, bro. Trying to do all of this shit at once. No wonder I was like panicking and market selling. Okay, so I'm going to partially close this. Okay. This might be a $200,000 day. So we panicked on the freaking Trade Evade account, but this is now closed at $131,506, and we're floating 30K in profit. I'm going to set full take profit. Stop loss is already at break even. I'm going to set full take profit just at these lows right here and see if we want to ride all the way down there. If/when that hits, that will put me up like 170K on Trade Locker, up a total of 52,000 on Trade Evade. We fully closed out of that, so that would be a $220,000 day, right? Yeah, $220,000 day if all of those things go to plan. So yeah, good trading day today. Really good trading day today. I'm honestly thinking about just like closing everything right now, but NASDAQ is going down so heavily that I'll honestly just let it rock. But that was really stressful, bro. Right when we arrive at the jet terminal, I place my trade. I'm holding both of these things at once, trying to manage on 2 different apps. I also have to pee, and also our jet's not here. Just everything is going wrong. I'm pissed that I fumbled that the trade of 8 shit, because I probably could have made a whole lot more. Whatever. It is what it is. Made 52,000 on that, so W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Too bad Stream didn't see me take this. I know that they would have been nutting over this trade. You know what's funny though? I guarantee you, because the beginning of the trade, like the first 1 minute candle was going in the opposite direction, everybody would have panicked. Everybody would have been said, oh, bad trade, bad trade. Obvious longs, bro. Obvious longs. Yeah, I'm sure it was obvious longs, bro. I'm sure it was obvious longs. But anyways, that pays for the jet, and we are now headed to Miami. All right, guys, so final take profit was hit. That secures a $173,000 day for us in this week. We are up 193,000. Add the 52,000 from trade of 8 today and the 10,000 from trade of 8 yesterday. That is $262,000 on the week, around probably like $250,000 this week. Honestly, zero complaints. I'm just going to take that shit and take it to the bank, and I'm not going to trade for the rest of this week. Boom. Jet's paid for, Miami's paid for, London's paid for, Paris is paid for. Everything got paid for by today's trade. So we're going to enjoy the rest of our day, get off the charts, and go shop for some freaking watches, because we earned that shit today. We earned it. Bro, I would rather do so much shit than fly on a propeller plane. Oh my goodness. I would rather walk to Miami. I would rather swim to Miami than fly on that shit. I would rather swim to Miami than fly on whatever the fuck that shit is. What is that? That shit's horrifying. Anyways, trade smacked. Now we're hopping on our jet. Now we're hopping on the jet. We're hopping on the jet. This is, the LARP has started. The LARP has started, boys. The LARP has started. We're getting on the jet, and we're headed to Miami. Let's do it. Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you.
I'm Sharon.
Thanks. Oh, nice. This is pretty much the same shit that we had last time. Miami. Here we come. We're on a Challenger 300 right now. I like these ones. These are like these are perfect for like the little pond hops over from Puerto Rico to Miami, because when it's just us two, like there's no reason to get like a 14 passenger jet when we're just going for whatever 2.5 hours. So
Actually,
we got 8 seats in here. It's nice and cozy, and we can just do our thing. Goodbye, Puerto Rico. We are out of here. We're on the way. Honestly, probably not going to talk to you guys on the jet, and I'll just talk to you guys when we get to Miami. So, see you guys when we land. What's up, guys? I've been sleeping this entire time. Same with. She's knocked out too, but you guys wonder why we don't show the private jet shit? It's because we're just sleeping the entire time. Or actually, nah. Sometimes we're awake, but most of the time we just sprawl out. Like, I got my legs kicked up in front of me, and I just curl up into a ball, bro. I just curl up into a ball and fall asleep. I think I was out for like an hour something. Let me see what's on the clock. How much time do we got left over here? Okay, next slide please. Okay, we have like an hour left. All right, well, got an hour, like 50 minutes or 50 minutes left in the flight. So that means I was like asleep for probably like an hour 30. I'm gonna go back to bed. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys when we land. All right, we got picked up. We've got the appointment at Patek. Ran a little bit late on the flight, so there's like, I don't have enough time. I'm like weird in between. Like I have enough time to go to the appointment, but I also don't have enough time to like go to the hotel, change, and then go to the appointment. So I'm going to change here and put on like a nicer outfit because I'm literally wearing like whatever sweat and sweatpants, and I want to look presentable for this. So I'm going to do that right now, and then I'll probably just grab something to eat in the design district. In the meantime, maybe get a coffee because I'm like so out of it. So that's the game plan. I'm going to change really quick, put on some like nicer clothes, and then we'll mob out. Outfit swap. We're wearing this black t-shirt, these dark green Bottega pants, we got the Margielas, and then the finishing touch, the Patek, to make sure that they know I'm a big fucking baller. Let's go. All right, guys, time warp. I just got coffee, and before the Patek appointment, we are gift shopping. I don't want to say who this is for right now because I don't know if the video is going to come out before then, but you guys are going to see in another video me giving this gift to someone, so stay tuned for that. But we're looking at a couple of these chains here. I'm honestly rocking with this. How much are you asking for this? All of these are lab, yeah?
Yeah, these are gonna be lab chains. So right here, this one's a 25 pointer. This one's a 50 pointer. This is gonna be 29,000. That's gonna be 19,000.
Okay, word. Yeah, these are real nice. I'm trying to think what he would prefer, because he's not like, I just know he doesn't want anything like enormous, or who knows, maybe, I don't know.
Like in terms of value, the 50 pointers are better, but if you want to stay under that 20 mark, go 25 pointer.
Word. Yeah, I'll try this one. Every time I come to Miami, man, it's just like touchdown and then spend a whole bunch of money. That's typically what ends up happening. But gift shopping, gift number 1 complete. There's another person that I need to get a gift for. That is, you guys will see that get dropped off like tomorrow. So this is gift number 1. Honestly, a crazy gift. This shit's so fat. Look how big these tennis chains are. This just looks like a...
These are 2.5.
Damn.
2.5 each.
I'm gonna try this one because I have 2 carat like each stone tennis chains, but like I was telling you, they kind of sit like funky because this shit is so big. Let's see what this is hitting for. Damn. What length is this?
That's 22 inches.
Damn. Yeah, that's just crazy. How does this look under the shirt?
The other one that was 2 carats was 24 inches.
And this is 22?
That's 22, yeah.
You guys can't see, but that shit's dancing stupid. Damn.
Bro, it's gonna be dancing in the sunlight. Trust.
I know. The one that I have, like, it's like literally blinding. Guys, I completely messed up and I forgot about the Patek appointment. So now I'm hauling ass to get over there and to see if we can chop it up with them. A little bit late, but honestly, that's like a power move. Show up 5 minutes late and just be like, yeah, bro, you're on my time. Anyways, we're walking to Patek, secured that gift, which is good. Now, need to see what we can do over here at Patek, and then tonight we're going to AP. So let's get it. I won't be able to film in there, unfortunately. So I'll just update you guys after we go and check out the store. Or I mean, to be honest, we're kind of just like, again, it's just building the relationship, you know? I'm gonna pull up, say what's good, chop it up, let them know what watches I'm looking for, all that good stuff. So let's get it. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you know what happens after. All right, guys, we just finished up our appointment at Patek. It went fantastic. It is all I have to say. It went great. So, I mean, I don't even know what I'm allowed to say on the vlog, but it went great. Met an awesome sales associate there, and safe to say we are, I don't even know, but in good standing and on good track with the brand and everything. And yeah, we'll just say that. So going to the hotel now to just like relax and get all of my bags in there, because we've been on the move since we landed. So now we're going to go to the hotel. I'll be able to chill for like 30 minutes. I haven't even been able to eat anything, so I'll probably get some food in my body because I'm kind of feeling insane right now. And then we will go to AP House. Again, unfortunately, probably can't record much in there, but I will keep you guys updated. I guess I can kind of tell you guys what happened at Patek. So anyways, I went there with my friend, and he has a bunch of nice watches. Obviously, I do too. And we went in there, kind of talked to the sales associate there, and kind of broke down like my wish list from the brand, and talked about kind of what the roadmap looks like to be able to get any of those watches. And we set out a good plan, and hopefully by next week, I believe, I will be able to kickstart with the first watch from them. And I'll go ahead and show you guys once everything is like set in stone, because it's not set in stone just yet. He has to go, because the way that this stuff works is like, whatever, you can't just like show up and say like, hey, I have money to spend, let me get this. You kind of have to show up, you have to say who you are, what you do, what watches you're interested in, why you like the brand. And that's exactly what we did. And then from there, the sales associate has to call for approval to make sure that you are eligible to be able to get a watch from them. And then once they get approval, then you can go ahead and get started. And typically what happens is like, you can't just go guns blazing and buy whatever freaking watch you want. You kind of have to slowly but surely start building up your profile, and you will get allocated maybe 3 to 4 watches per year. So I'm hoping to get maybe like 2 or 3 this year. He said that I would probably be able to do like 2 men's watches and then 1 women's watch for my girl. I think that that's a solid plan. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. So that's the game plan. That's kind of what we did for the past hour, 30 minutes while we were there. Got to know the guy, super cool. We talked about NBA finals and all of that, how I'm literally up like 430K across the finals bets from this past week, which is insane. So as long as all of that continues going good and the trading's been going great, then we will continue to build a good relationship with the brand. So now we have another brand to go talk to, and yeah, I need to get some food, so I'm really hungry. All right, guys, I did like a full jewelry swap. I put on this chrome necklace, swapped out the Patek for an AP, and then we went fully chromed out on them. Wearing these Bottega pants. This is the Row black top, and then some Margiela Gats on the feet. I still haven't ate. I had to go poo, so I'm going to try and pick up some Joe and the Juice before rotating over to the AP house. I might be a little bit late, but it is what it is. I need some food, so let's go. Okay, the night is over. This is what happened. AP house was super cool. Big shout out to Michael, or at AP house they were calling him Michelle. There's no way that's his actual name. I think the people at AP were just like foreign and they were just like pronouncing it like that. But shout out to Michael for inviting me to that. That was freaking sick. They showed me a bunch of cool pieces, got to meet a bunch of cool people as well, and yeah, got to get to see a lot of cool pieces that they had, and yeah, it was overall a great time. Then we went to dinner. I have gone poo like a total of 4 times today. And also like I didn't eat at all today. So today was just like a mess. I didn't eat at all, was only drinking caffeine. And then I was like popping Zins. So that's like obviously a recipe for like poo and disaster in the stomach. And then we had dinner at this steakhouse that was like super heavy on the stomach. It was like steak and then like heavy dairy, like mac and cheese and corn pudding and all this shit. It was good, but now now I'm just going to like explode this entire bathroom up like to the max. I'm going to do this. So anyways, that's a day in my life in Miami. You guys are probably saying, well, TJR, you didn't even do anything. Well, that's what LARPers do. That's what LARPers do, okay? We wake up in the morning, we make $200,000 in front of your guys' face. I recorded all of that shit. So to all of those people talking about, oh, you don't actually make money trading, place that trade in your fucking face. So made 200K, and also not only that, made 200K trading today, and I'm up like 430K on Polymarket this week. We're just up stupid, bro. I'm like, honestly, like something typically when things like this, when like I start making like a lot of money within like short periods of time, it's like, yo, someone's got to stop me, or like there needs to be like a bump in the road. Well, no, that's typically what happens is like when life is going super, super good, there's always like a time when life is just going to slap you in the face. So I'm anticipating a slap in the face. I'm anticipating it. No, I'm not trying to summon it, but I'm anticipating it, because before, what a lot of people do is they'll just be like, oh yeah, life is so good and it's only going to be this good for the rest of my life. But guess what? Life has ups and downs, and life just naturally has problems with, just like any other human, okay? Even if you're making a lot of money, there's going to be problems. If you have a business, you're going to have problems. And those problems don't leave, even if you're making a lot of money. In fact, the more money that you make, the bigger the problems that you have. And the scarier the problems that you have, because it's a threat to all the money that you're making. So long story short, when I first started making a lot of money, I was like, oh yeah, when I would go on these little streaks, you know, I would make like a whole bunch of money and I would be like, I'm unstoppable, I'm invincible, I'm going to make this amount of money for the rest of my life. And then right when I started thinking like that, boom, life would come and slap me in the face. Boom, here's a massive bill, bro. Here's a problem in your business that you weren't expecting. Boom, here's a losing fucking month from trading. Bet you weren't expecting that, buddy. How are you gonna cover the bills? The bills were still covered, but you know, it sucks. And I've gotten better as my life has gone on, because those slaps in the face happen, not consistently, but like it's just ebbs and flows of life, you know? It's like, boom, you hit like an all-time high. We're at an all-time high right now. I'm making probably the most amount of money that I've ever made in my life. I mean, bro, like literally just this week, I'm up like, I couldn't even tell you, bro. This week, I probably made like $1 million this week. Probably more. I've made like $1 million this week just from like trading and Polymarket sports betting. That doesn't even include like anything else that I do. So like that is a problem, you know? Or it's not a problem, it's a good problem to have. But when things like this happen, what a lot of people would do, especially if they haven't been in this situation before, they're just like, boom, shopping spree. Even though I did go on a shopping spree today. But they would be like, how can I spend all of this money right now? Because I'm just gonna keep doing this for the rest of my life. And then boom, that's when those slaps in the face hurt the most, because they waste all of that money. And then boom, some problem comes up in their life, and then they can't solve it because they don't have the money to be able to solve that problem. Whatever. Moral of the story, we're doing really good right now. Life is great, life is good, but I always make sure I play slight devil's advocate, especially in my own life, because I've seen this happen before when I first started making money, and I was like, life is great, life is so freaking awesome, spend all the money, and then boom, how are you gonna cover this, lil bro? And then I would be like, fuck, you know, it just brings issues. So now when I'm going through like good periods in time, I'm always like, okay, awesome, we'll soak this up, we'll enjoy this, but we're also slightly bracing for impact, because we know life isn't always going to be as good as it is now. There's ebbs and flows to this. Obviously, we're trending to the upside. It's higher highs and higher lows, right? When we're in an uptrend, do we just continuously making higher highs, higher highs, higher highs? No. In order to make a higher high, we need to make a higher low. So when life slaps you in the face, is that going to be the end of it? No. It's just a slap in the face to go make a little retrace to make a higher low for you to then push towards a higher high in your life. And that's how we're going to end this video. I love and appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to vlog like a little bit tomorrow. I need to go poo and like just get all this shit out of my system. See you guys tomorrow.